to subject, it's fine. But other than subject, the unnecessary things are not welcomed in the class. So it will not take me a second to throw you out of the class, and I'll make sure that the whole session you will be out. Okay? So make sure that when someone is giving the respect, do I say anything like that? Any comment passing or something like that? So make sure that जैसा अपने parents के साथ treat करते हो, try to treat me in the same way. Right? So don't make sure that you are trying to become overpowering me, because you can't even dare to afford me. ठीक है? चलो. Anyways, so yesterday everyone we started with the topic called what? First chapter NSO. What was NSO? Nature, scope and object. Do you remember the definition of financial statement? What are the 5 things comes in our financial statement, everyone? Cash flow statement, notes to account. Okay. I am a chartered accountant in practice, and I am doing the audit of books of accounts or doing the audit of financial statement. I want to know about the financial position of the company. Want to know about financial results? Want to know about flow of funds? And want to know that what policies, what standards, what notes. And I want to understand the changes. Changes in equity, correct? Now please tell me why every company prepares these financial statements. For us, for itself, or for its so many users? कौन है यूजर? अब मेरे को ये बताओ. सो मैनेजमेंट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का वेट क्यों कर रही है? व्हाई मैनेजमेंट इज वेटिंग? Because they can do the strategic decision making and day to day decision making. Who is the next person who is waiting? Shareholder. Why shareholders are waiting? So that they can take a decision to hold the investment, to do more investment and dividend expectation. Who is our next person? Government is waiting for tax liability. Because if you will have a net profit, they will get income tax. If you will have a sales, they will get the GST. Who is the next person? And you already know. Why customer is interested? Your today's customer is tomorrow's investor. Are you getting the point? See, it's a very simple logic. The products you will trust, the services you will trust. In future, if those companies will launch their shares, would you like to buy or not? Yes. So today's customer is your tomorrow what? Investor. Next point is what? Creditor. Who is a creditor? Creditor is waiting for the financial statement so that he can calculate what? Credit worthiness. क्योंकि creditor supplies you the goods on cash basis or credit basis. So why someone would like to give you the credit when you are a sound financial company or unsound financial? Sound. And how do we come to know about the soundness of the company? From its financial statements. Who is the next person waiting? Lender. Lender क्या calculate करेगा? Repayment capacity. Who is the next person? Why employees waiting for financial statement? Job security, as well as his retirement and employment benefits. And who is the next person? एक और पर्सन है वैसे, अगर मैं आपको बताऊं तो, that is called research analyst. What is the 8th one? I'll tell you why research analyst is one of the person. Have you ever seen any business news channel like NDTV Profit, CNBC Awas? Actually, your generation is OTT generation, right or not? You people are the believer of Amazon Prime, Netflix, Sony Live and Z Business. Am I correct? हमारे टाइम पे टीवी होता था, आपके टाइम पे भी टीवी है. आई होप योर पेरेंट्स माइट बी वॉचिंग इट. तो समटाइम्स यू माइट हैव सीन दैट कि देयर इज वन बिजनेस चैनल ऑन विच देयर इज अ पर्सन सिटिंग ऑन द राइट कॉर्नर साइड एंड ही इज शोइंग यू द ग्राफ्स कि कंपनीज का लास्ट 5 ईयर का परफॉर्मेंस एंड लास्ट 5 ईयर्स का परफॉर्मेंस गोइंग अप और डाउन, whether to buy the shares or sell the shares. So those people are known as research analyst. What do we call them? They are also waiting for your financial statement so that they can let the public know whether you should buy in this company or you should not buy. अब जैसे say for example, last 5 years का sale is on increasing trend. Is on which trend? What is that indication? Positive or negative? Would you be interested in investing in that company? Yes. क्योंकि कंपनी का ग्रोथ है. But if it is decreasing trend? No. So who is that person who is giving the investment opportunities and trend analysis? That person is known as research analyst. What do we call it as? Research analyst. So he is also one of the user, you can write, right? उसके बाद I already told you कि people are actually waiting for FS? Give me the right answer. Or AFS. What is AFS? Audited financials. Why they are waiting for auditor's report to be attached with financial statement? क्योंकि that increases their what? Trust, confidence, credibility and reliability. Is it correct or not? Next point. It means now we have to understand the meaning of what? Audit. I'm just doing the revision क्योंकि my habit is that कि what you did last day, until and unless you don't revise it on the next very day, it will be very difficult to make a connection क्योंकि auditing में one step to another step, all are what? Connected. So please tell me what is the definition of auditing without looking. Auditing is an independent. Okay. Independent means no family relationship, no financial relationship with your client. Independent and systematic means you should go to your client's place unplanned or planned. Do you have to have the knowledge of your client business? Should you know his SWOT? What is SWOT? Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and then only you can start conducting what? Audit. So it is an independent and systematic. Second point, examination. Do we do investigation or examination? Difference. Because we don't know whether the frauds and errors are there or not. We will come to know when we'll start doing the audit. So it is unethical or it is wrong on your part if you are starting your auditing with a suspicious mind. Start your audit with questioning mind, but not with a which mind? Suspicious mind. Right? Next one. Examination of what? Are we interested in non-financial or only financial? मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता what you are doing, you are acquiring businesses, this and that. I am only interested in your financial information. Of a what? Entity. Is it correct to say that audit takes place only in company or so many entities? Cinema halls also get audited. Hospital. So is it better to use the word company or entity? Okay. So it is an independent and systematic examination of financial information of an whether profit oriented or not. What does that mean? Are you a profit making company or you are a loss making company? It doesn't matter. Are you a Section 8 company or a non-Section 8 company? That also does not matter. We will conduct your audit irrespective of your nature, size, structure. You are a trader, you are a manufacturer, you are an importer, you are an exporter. Do we bother? No. You are a big business, you are a small business. Do we bother? No. We are not bothered about your structure as well. What is the next point? To express what? Okay. We are not here to give you what? Guarantee. Now, try to understand कि opinion का मतलब क्या होता है. पहले मैं clarify कर देता हूँ. Opinion means reasonable assurance. Right over there. Opinion means which assurance? अब सुनो. What is the difference between absolute assurance and reasonable assurance? Absolute assurance means guarantee. And now my question is very simple. Am I going to check 100% things of my client or I am going to do sampling? So when you are doing sampling, can you say that you are going to give a guarantee? Because once you give a guarantee, you make yourself liable. Let me put it in a very simple point. Suppose she went to a bank and took a loan, right? When she was applying for the loan, banker asked that we want one guarantor. So I became her guarantor. What if she will not pay her EMIs on time? Whether the bank will catch my collar or not? It means am I a guarantor? What will happen if after my audit any fraud will detect? So whether they will catch me or not? Because I have given what? Guarantee. That's the reason auditing mein we never give what? Guarantee. So we never give which assurance? We always give what? अब क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है सर वेदर पीपल बिलीव योर रीजनेबल एश्योरेंस. आंसर इज यस, क्योंकि आवर टेक्निक्स ऑफ डूइंग द ऑडिट आर सो हाई एंड सो इंटेलेक्चुअल कि पीपल बिलीव अस. अगर मैं उनको बोल रहा हूं कि फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आर ट्रू एंड फेयर, दे विल बिलीव मी. Lenders will lend the loan on the basis of my opinion. Government will accept your income tax return on the basis of my opinion. Creditors will supply you still the goods on credit on the basis of my opinion. Shareholder will still invest in you on the basis of my opinion. It means for them absolute assurance is required or reasonable is enough. Reasonable. तो कभी भी याद रखना, we never ever give which assurance? Absolute. We always give what? And reasonable assurance is also known as high level of assurance. What do we call it as? High level of assurance. तो ये वर्ड आप यूज कर सकते हो, ओपिनियन, reasonable assurance, high level of assurance. But by mistake also, you should not use which word? Absolute assurance. Otherwise, absolute means guarantee. Crystal clear है? But government was happy or not happy? Not happy. तो गवर्नमेंट ने अपने ऊपर और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी डाल दिया by introducing section number 143, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yesterday I told you little bit in hurry. Today I will tell you everything in detail. What is this section number 143 says that? Only expressing an opinion is our duty or detecting and reporting a fraud? Now read the whole sentence. If you are an auditor, if you come across a fraud, your duty is to report that fraud to central government within 60 days. मतलब किसको करना है? Secretary of AMS. Which auditors are covered under 143? All the auditors. Either you are doing a statutory audit, secretarial audit, cost audit. It means practicing CA, practicing CS, practicing CMA. तीनों को एक ही सेक्शन में कवर कर दिया. So it means any of these three audits you are doing, if you see any fraud, your duty is to report the fraud to whom? Up now we are going to extend this part. What is this word used? Come across. ध्यान से सुनना. This word is come across. I'll tell you why the lawmaker has chosen to use the word come across. ये line पढ़ना what I'm writing. Correct. Who said watchdog? Correct. अच्छा मेरे को ये बताओ, ये पूरी लाइन पढ़ो everyone. What is written? Auditor is not a bloodhound. He is only a what? ध्यान से सुनना what I'm telling you. Listen to this very carefully. What do you mean by bloodhound? Bloodhound is basically a species of a dog which is having the world's finest sniffing powers, smelling power. So it means even if one criminal is absconded from the jail and if you will make him sniff his one of the cloth, within the 100 kilometers of the radius, that dog can accurately take you to that place where that criminal is hiding. तो वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट स्निफिंग पावर का डॉग कौन है? ब्लड हाउंड. What they trying to tell? Now read. Auditor is not a. It means we are not that sniffer who will detect your what? Frauds and error. We rather act only as a what? Watchdog. हम लोग सिर्फ watchdog हैं. हम लोग bloodhound dog नहीं है. Reason being very simple. Let me tell you one thing. Okay, let's take it in a very simple example. Suppose there is one godown. In the godown, 40 to 50 crores worth of stock is stored. Would you like to keep a godown keeper? Whom do we call watchman also? ठीक है? Watchman is going to sit inside the godown or outside the godown? What is his responsibility? To ensure that stealing and theft should not happen. Am I correct? Now, for 1 month, he did his job very perfectly. But when after 1 month we opened the godown, 50% of the stock was spoiled, perished, and rotten. Is it watchman's fault? Or is it the poor conditions inside the godown? It could be rainwater, it could be rat attacks, it could be poor biological conditions. Am I correct or not? मेरे को ये बताओ, इसमें वॉचमैन का फॉल्ट है या नो फॉल्ट ऑफ वॉचमैन? एनी थेफ्ट हैपन और नो थेफ्ट? Whose fault? Management का fault. Whose fault? Who is that watchman? Auditor. अपना ड्यूटी क्या है? कोई fraud and error, if I see, then I have to report. If fraud and error I don't see, you can't catch my collar saying that कि why you did not detect the fraud and error. Because boss, I am not a bloodhound. I am only a watchdog. समझ में आया? Are you able to connect my point? It means auditor से ये expect नहीं करना चाहिए कि he will come and he will detect your frauds and error. मेरे को ये बताओ 365 days who is doing a business? Management. Who is running the company? Management. It is whose employees? Management. Your own employee is doing a fraud. Who should know? Management. ये कैमरा क्या लटकाने के लिए रखे हैं? Are you getting the point? When you have installed the good surveillance system, so you should have known that who is doing the fraud. How do you expect that कि 10 days के लिए one person called auditor will come and he will detect your frauds and errors? Are we God? हम लोग लोकी हैं? Are we Loki? We have X-ray. We will see. Am I correct or no? We will come to know about talking only whether that person is a fraudulent person or not. Are we God? No. So when we are coming only for 10 to 12 days, how do you expect that I will detect and prevent your frauds and error? It was, it is, and it will be the responsibility of whom? Management. On the basis of that, this sentence has come. Now read the whole sentence. Auditor is not a bloodhound. Are you understanding? We are only a watchdog. वो गोडाउन में 50% stock is destroyed because of watchman's fault or because of management. You should have put the rat attacks. You should have prevented it. You should have made sure that ki rainwater should not come inside the godown. You should have maintained the temperature inside the godown. My responsibility was I was sitting outside. If any theft or stealing has taken place, that is my fault. So if any fraud I will see, then only I will report it to whom? Central government. That's why we chose to use this word, come across. अब समझ में आ रहा है? अब पढ़ो पूरा सेंटेंस. Auditor comes across a fraud. It is his duty to report that fraud to whom? Within how many days? 60 days. Who is our central government? Secretary of Ministry of Corporate. Now, I already told you after that so many questions got arise ki sir how much amount of fraud? Are you getting the point? Now write somewhere if you are writing ki there is called rule number 13 of CAAR 2014. Yesterday I forgot to tell you why because I was trying to complete the topic. Listen. Rule number 13 of CAAR का मतलब क्या हुआ? Company Audit and Auditors Rules. What is the full form of CAR? उसमें एक rule number 13 है. Rule number 13 says that कि whenever the auditor will come across a fraud, let him value the fraud. Let him measure the fraud. If the fraud amount is what? अब पढ़ो. If the fraud amount is less than, तो क्या करना है? We will report this fraud only to what? Board of Directors or Audit Committee within 2 days. Our duty is over. It means we don't have to report those frauds which are less than what? 1 crore. And if the fraud amount is greater than equals to what? 1 crore, we have to do the same thing. Means report it to Board of Directors or Audit Committee within. But what is the next thing? We have to give the company how many days? 45. Did we discuss yesterday? Why 45 days? So that company can explain me ki why and who and what are the parties involved and what is the amount of fraud involved. Who was a scamster? किसने fraud किया? Are you getting the point? So I'm going to wait for 45 days. After 45 days, two things will happen. What are the two things? या तो reply आएगा या reply नहीं आएगा. If the reply will come or not come, you don't have to wait on 46th day. You have only the next 15 days. You have to prepare a fraud report and report on fraud, not fraud report. You have to prepare a report on fraud and post it to whom? Secretary of Ministry of Corporate. I am again stressing on one word called what? Post. हम लोग email से report नहीं करेंगे. We will report it via post. अब ध्यान से सुनना. Now I am going to tell you. तो 45 plus 50 कितना हुआ? 68. Did you understand now 60? अब अपन पढ़ते हैं कि सर पोस्ट का क्या प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पे. पोस्ट मीन्स यू हैव टू डू RPAD post. Sir, what do you mean by RPAD? Registered post with acknowledgement due. Full form? If that is not available, then you have to do what? Speed post. You have to do which post? Speed post. लेकिन अगर आप speed post करते हो, तो you have to send one email confirmation. You will send one email also to the Secretary MCA कि madam or sir, when you receive my report, please send me the email reply saying that we have received your report. Reason, क्योंकि registered post with acknowledgement due में you already attached one acknowledgement card on which my address is written. Whose address? Auditor. So the moment secretary will receive my parcel, she or he has to sign on that card. Card is addressed to me. Card will come to my address, and that itself is a proof कि my parcel is what? Delivered. And all that has to be completed within 60 days. Total 60 days के अंदर होना चाहिए. Means 45 plus 15. Total how many days? 60. So what are the two types of posting allowed? A registered post with acknowledgement due and speed post with email confirmation. Correct है? Now question is कि sir, who is reporting? Auditor. To whom we are reporting? On auditor's letterhead. On whose letterhead? Auditor's. मेरा letterhead use होगा क्योंकि now the communication is taking between whom and whom? Auditor and secretary. So what should be there on my letterhead? My letterhead में my name, my membership number, my COP details. What is COP? Certificate of Practice. My address of communication, my email, and my mobile and fax number should be printed on my letterhead. So what are the 6 things must be appearing on my letterhead? Name, membership number, COP, address, email, and mobile or fax number. So that if they want to contact me, they can contact me through these things. Did you get the point? Third point. Sir, who is reporting again? Auditor. To whom? There is one format called ADT4. What is the name of the form? ADT4. आपको mca.gov.in पे जाना है, वहां पे ADT4 डाउनलोड करना है. Whatever the format of ADT4 is there, in the same format you have to report it to whom? Secretary of MCA. So you can't report just like that to the Secretary MCA. I would like to inform you that we have come across a fraud, this and that. You have to frame your reporting according to which form number? ADT4 मतलब ऑडिटर. ये फॉर्म जैसे आपने लॉ में कर रहे होगे ना, आईएनसी. सर ने बताए होंगे आईएनसी फॉर्म. आईएनसी क्या है? इनकॉर्पोरेशन. यू आर इन प्रोस्पेक्टस चैप्टर. प्रोस्पेक्टस में आपने पीएएस पढ़ा होगा, प्रोस्पेक्टस एंड अलॉटमेंट ऑफ सिक्योरिटी. शेयर होल्डर चैप्टर में आप एसएच पढ़ोगे. चार्ज चैप्टर में यू विल अंडरस्टैंड सीएचजी. डिपॉजिट चैप्टर में डीपीटी. राइट और नॉट? लाइक दैट डिफरेंट चैप्टर्स है फॉर्म्स. सेम वे ऑडिट एंड ऑडिटर्स चैप्टर के फॉर्म का नंबर क्या है? एडीटी. वी हैव टोटल 4 फॉर्म्स. एडीटी 1 2 3 4. तो व्हाट इज द फॉर्म नंबर? आई टोल्ड यू 4. So what is ADT4 if they will ask you in examination? It is a form to report a fraud under section 143 to whom? Central government within 60 days. यहां तक समझ में आया? And what if I fail to report within 60 days? What is my penalty? 5 lakhs in case it was a listed company and 1 lakh in case it was a unlisted company. 100% clarity. This is called the definition and the meaning of the word called what? Audit. अब जाके अपना ऑडिट का मीनिंग खत्म हुआ. अब मेरे को पूरा मीनिंग बताओ वन वर्ड में. टेल मी व्हाट इज ऑडिटिंग? इट इज एन इंडिपेंडेंट सिस्टमैटिक एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ एन एंटिटी वेदर प्रॉफिट ओरिएंटेड और नॉट, irrespective of its size, nature and structure, with only objective to express an opinion, along with the duty under section 143 subsection 12 13 14 15, which says that if an auditor comes across any kind of fraud, it is his duty to report that fraud to the central government within in form number ADT4. First auditor shall measure the fraud. If the fraud amount is less than equals to or less than, we have to report it only to the audit committee or board of director within 2 days. But if it is greater than equals to, तब क्या करना है? Same. We have to wait for 45 days. Their reply will come, may not come, may come. If it will come, we'll attach with our report. If it will not come, in the next 15 days, we anyway has to frame a report and we have to send it via post to the home secretary MCA. What are your posting options? या तो registered post with acknowledgement due or speed post with email confirming. On whose letterhead? What are the 6 things should be written on my letterhead? Address, Mobile, fax, membership number, COP. Correct? What if I will not report? Penalty kitna? 5 lakhs in case of listed company and 1 lakh in case of any doubts? 100% clarity? Pakka understood? Okay. Now let's proceed with the next topic. ध्यान से सुनना for the next topic. The next topic is known as qualities of an auditor. What is the name of the topic? Of an auditor. Remember, now for the next 2-3 days, we are only and only doing essay 200. We already started yesterday. I already told you essay 200. What is the name of the standard? And conducting the audit as per standards on audit. Now for the next 3 days, it will take one standard. It means that's what I told you. I will not tell you chapter separately and standard separately. I will mix the standards in the chapter so that you will not feel the burden. Ki standards are 26 we have to do and chapters we have to do separately. So we are going to do it in an integrated form. So what is the standard we are doing? Essay 200. Now the second topic in essay 200 is known as what? Qualities of an auditor. Isko dhyan se padhna, what I am writing. There are total 2 types of qualities of an auditor. One is known as personal qualities and one is known as professional qualities. What are the 2 types of qualities? Personal and professional. Let us first understand the professional qualities first. Personal qualities अपन थोड़ा hold पे रखते हैं. First understand professional qualities. Sir, what are the professional qualities? Point number 1. What makes you professional? मेरे को ये बताओ, एक auditor, do you remember the day 1 का introduction? Chartered accountant और CA में difference क्या है? COP. The difference between the two is certificate of practice. Who holds the one? Who does not? So who can do the audit? Chartered accountant can do the audit. CA can't do the audit. I'm not saying CA can't do the audit. I'm saying CA can't sign the audit report. Obviously, you can help a chartered accountant in doing the audit, but unfortunately, you get the signing authority when you hold a COP. So it means basically a practicing CA can only do the audit and sign the audit report. That's what I'm trying to tell. Listen. So it means what makes you professional? You should be a holder of COP. That is a point number 1. Your first professional quality is you should be a holder of certificate of practice. Second professional quality is you should have expert knowledge in auditing and accounting discipline. You should have an expert knowledge in auditing and accounting discipline. पहले समझ लो इसको what I'm trying to tell. क्योंकि there are 2-3 sentences we have to write after this also. So you should know that कि why I chose to write the word called expert. कभी भी याद रखना. Across the globe, we are the experts of auditing and what? Accounting. These 2 subjects should run in your body like a blood. अगर आपको अकाउंटिंग नहीं आती, you can't do what? Auditing. And you can't understand accounting if you don't have the perspective to understand what? Auditing. समझ रहे हो? These 2 are inseparable professions. क्योंकि practice you can do it in 2. I'm not saying that. अच्छा, remember one. Okay. So what I was saying that remember one thing, if you are an accountant of one company, you can't be its what? Auditor and vice versa. Are you getting the point? these two professions for the same client you can't do, but there is no problem if you want to practice in both of them. Matlab, for some companies you can take accounting assignments and for some companies you can take auditing, but for the same client both cannot be done. I will tell you the reason also. Suppose you are taking accounting and auditing both for the same client. It means you are only preparing FS and you are doing only examination of FS. ये तो वही बात हुई. Question paper also you are setting. Answer also you are giving. So are you getting now? And to which two professions cannot be done together on the same client? I'm not saying you cannot practice it together. You can practice it together. Suppose A Limited में you are an accountant and in the B Limited you are what? Auditor. That is allowed. But in the A Limited only being an accountant and auditor, that is not allowed. So you should have expertise knowledge in accounting and auditing. So can I say that you should have the knowledge of AS? What is AS? बहुत नींद आ रही देखो. And you should have the knowledge of SA. What is SA? नाम क्या है हीरो? कौशक, रोशन. तो रोशन तो बुझा हुआ है इतना, ऐसा कैसे? रोशन की रोशनी डिम हो गई. हाँ, किधर है सूरज? तेरे को कहां दिख रहा है? अच्छा डे है. तो तू यू आर अ नाइट आउल. तू ही तो बोला. तो दिन में सो रहा है तो नाइट आउल ही हुआ ना. करेक्ट है. क्यों इतना नींद क्यों आ रही है? हाँ, नाश्ता किया तभी आ रही है. चाय पी, पिलाऊं? बहुत अच्छी चाय बनती है. एक इधर से एक इधर से. सोना नहीं है बेटा क्लास में. अब सपोज एग्जाम 2 to 5 है. व्हाट इज योर एग्जाम टाइमिंग? 2 to 5. अब 2 to 5 तो बहुत गंदा टाइम है, लंच का टाइम. पता चले तुम घर से लंच करके गए, वहां पे जाके खत्म, आत्मा मेट विद परमात्मा नेक्स्ट 6 months. समझ रहे? कैन यू अफोर्ड दैट? तो हाउ यू कैन अफोर्ड टू स्लीप इन क्लास बडी? समझ रहे हो? तो यू आर सेटिंग एन एग्जाम्पल फॉर एवरीवन सिटिंग इन द क्लास की यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू स्लीप इन माई क्लास. यॉर्निंग लेनी ले लो बट सोना नहीं है. अब बता अभी तक हमने क्या क्या किया? टेल मी द ऑल द 19 sections which we have done. कितने सेक्शन कर लिए हमने? 2 करे हैं. 129, 140. झूठ बोल रहा है. डिड वी डू 2 or not? 129 ऑल्सो. सस्ते नशे करके बैठा हुआ तो ऐसा नहीं करना बेटा. करेक्ट. सोना नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम पता क्या है? अगर सोना है ना, बेस्ट प्लेस बताऊं, क्योंकि उधर तक मेरी नजर ही नहीं जाती. समझ रहे हो? तो उधर जाके करो, फ्रंट बेंचेस पे. अगर प्रॉब्लम पता क्या है? आई एम नॉट अगेंस्ट यू. आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड समटाइम्स यू आर नॉट फीलिंग वेल, समटाइम्स यू माइट बी टायर्ड और इट कैन बी एनी रीजन. इट्स ओके, इट्स नेचुरल, इट्स अ ह्यूमन नेचर. बट सिटिंग इन फ्रंट बेंच एंड डूइंग दैट इज नॉट नेचुरल. करेक्ट है नहीं है? समझ में? रोशन, रोशन, अब ये चांद हमेशा रोशन रहेगा पक्का? अब बताओ क्या टॉपिक कर रहे हैं हम लोग? ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा. बताओ भाई, टॉपिक का नाम बताओ. क्वालिटीज ऑफ होम ऑडिटर. उसमें से विच क्वालिटीज? व्हाट मेक्स यू फर्स्ट होल्डर ऑफ सीओ? यू शुड बी एक्सपर्ट इन अकाउंटिंग एंड. Can you practice in both the profession? Yes. Can you be both of them in the same client? No. आपको expertise होनी चाहिए. It means you should be expert in both accounting standards and standards on audit. So your accounting faculty is going to teach you accounting standards and I will teach you what? Standard. अब समझ में आया what is the relevance of each and every subject? Yes. Second thing, they are saying that you should have advanced knowledge. Which knowledge, everyone? In law and taxation. You should have an advanced knowledge in law and taxation. अब सुनो, why we have not used a word called expert here? Why we are settling down with a word called advanced? There is a reason. क्योंकि law and taxation, you just verify on the client. You don't practice it. आप law practice नहीं करते, तो फिर LLB क्या करेगा? करेक्ट है नहीं है? लॉ कौन प्रैक्टिस करता है? LLB. तो आपको लॉ की नॉलेज होनी चाहिए. अब मेरे को ये बताओ, व्हाट इज PS3? PS3 रिटर्न ऑफ allotment, which we generally file with whom? ROC. Once you are done with the allotment of IPO and FPO or not? सर ने बताया होगा PS3 फॉर्म नंबर, चलो ठीक है मान लेते हैं कि सर ने बताया होगा, करेक्ट। तो अच्छा ये बताओ स्पाइस प्लस क्या है, ये तो पता होगा, simplified performa for incorporating a company electronically. Do we use this form for incorporating a company? So why all these things we are reading? Because when we go to the client space, we check whether the client is following the laws and regulations properly or not. Is he filing annual returns on time or not? Is he filing financial statements on time or not? Is he conducting AGM on time or not? क्या उसने 21 days before notice भेजा या नहीं? So until and unless you will not have the knowledge of law, will you be able to say that he is following the law or not following the law? No. So you should have an advanced knowledge in which to discipline? Law and taxation. Taxation की knowledge क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि we are going to understand his deferred tax liability, we are going to understand his provision of tax, we are going to understand his GST obligation, income tax obligation. तो should you have the knowledge of DT and IDT both? इसलिए आपको GST भी है और इनकम टैक्स भी है, करेक्ट है नहीं है? तो मेरे को ये बताओ व्हाट आर द, ये तो आपके सब्जेक्ट्स हो गए, आपको लर्न भी नहीं करना है, आपको तो पता ही है व्हाट आर योर 4 सब्जेक्ट्स इन सीए इंटर, ऑडिटिंग, अकाउंटिंग, लॉ, टैक्सेशन, खत्म हो गए 4 सब्जेक्ट। उसके बाद दे आर सेइंग दैट कि यू शुड बी हैविंग प्रोफिशिएंट नॉलेज, यू शुड बी हैविंग व्हाट, प्रोफिशिएंट नॉलेज इन अदर डिसिप्लिन्स। इन विच डिसिप्लिन्स एवरीवन? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय अदर डिसिप्लिन्स? तो वो क्या बोल रहे हैं, आपको फाइनेंस की नॉलेज होनी चाहिए, यू शुड हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ सेक्रेटेरियल प्रैक्टिसेस। मैं तुम्हें मीनिंग बताऊंगा, डोंट वरी। यू शुड हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ बिहेवियरल साइंसेस, you should have the knowledge of administration and management, you should have the knowledge of cost accounting, you should have the knowledge of data processing. Now what they're saying that कि apart from those 4 main knowledges you should also know these areas, क्योंकि when the auditor comes into the practice there are so many things you need to understand. Let me ask you a very simple thing. What is AGM? And what is EGM? ये basically secretarial knowledge है. It is a which knowledge? Please tell me how many days notice we have to send for AGM? 21 days before the AGM. Am I correct? ये actually काम CS का है. It is whose work? CS. But why we are also reading the management and administration chapter in your law? The reason being very simple, हमें भी पता होना चाहिए. We should have the knowledge of which sector? Finance. We should have the knowledge of what? Secretarial practices. We should have the knowledge of what? Behavioral science. अब तुम्हें याद है कल मैंने तुम्हें अपने क्लाइंट की एग्जांपल बताई थी, इनकम टैक्स वाली. He bargained and ended up paying more. So we should know that how to deal with the people, tackling the people. Are you getting it? That is called behavioral sciences. We should have the knowledge of what? Acha, tell me, in your office, article assistant will be there. Whether you will do the work or you will get your work done by others. It means आपको manage करना आना चाहिए, administration होना चाहिए. You should also have the knowledge of cost account. What if your client is a manufacturing client? Which subject will help you at that point of time? Costing. And you should also have the knowledge of what? What if your client is having fully automated accounting system? So should you know how to use the softwares or not? It means you should have the knowledge of what? Data processing. That all knowledges put together makes you what? Professional. So what are the professional qualities of an auditor? Holder of COP. That is a basic requirement. Plus expert knowledge in accounting and auditing. Plus advanced knowledge in law and taxation. Plus proficient knowledge. Please tell me why I chose to write the word expert, advanced, proficient. क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा knowledge accounting and auditing की, उससे थोड़ी कम law and taxation, उससे थोड़ी कम other. क्योंकि all this having the knowledge of everything makes you provide the services to your client in every sector. अब मान लो I'm actually my practice is in intellectual property rights and I practice in company affairs. मेरा company law core है as well as I am core in intangibles. वो copyright trademarks होते हैं ना, तो that is my practice. And the third practice which I do is IP. I don't practice in taxation. मेरे को डीटी की प्रैक्टिस नहीं है एंड आई डोंट हैव द कस्टमर क्लाइंट्स ऑफ व्हाट आईडीटी, बट दैट डजंट मीन दैट कि आई डोंट नो डीटी एंड आईडीटी. आई स्टिल हैव टू अपडेट माई सेल्फ. क्योंकि if a normal client will ask me this query कि sir what to do to save the taxes, should I know about the deductions or not? Should I have the knowledge of salary, head, capital gain, all those things or not? So having a knowledge is always good because you can serve the client. You can give some additional services to your client. That makes you overall a package. That is called makes you a professional, right? So what are your 4 professional? Did you understand? Now let's focus on which qualities? Personal quality. Personal quality number 1, integrity. What is a personal quality number 1? Integrity. Sir, integrity का मतलब क्या होता है? You should be honest, you should be sincere, and you should be straightforward while discharging your duties. Never do your work dishonestly and in a non-sincere manner. Remember one thing, your one signature can make the company or break the company. Lakhs and lakhs of shareholders, so many lenders, government are eagerly waiting for whose report? Auditors, so that they can take the decision. So be honest to your profession, be sincere towards it, and always be what? Straightforward. What do you mean by straightforward? Means what? If you see any, अच्छा, अभी हमने 143 क्या किया? Reporting a fraud. When I saw the fraud, did I keep my mouth shut? No. I was straightforward. I reported it to whom? Central government without any fail. Because I know that I will be penalized if I will not report within how many days? 60 days. Do I want to get penalized? No. So I have to be straightforward. Are you understanding everything? Next point. So what is the meaning of integrity? Honesty, sincerity, straightforward. Second is known as objectivity. The second personal quality, it means carrying impartial and carrying unbiased attitude. You should always be impartial and unbiased. What does that mean? Acha, let me ask you one thing. If my wife is an MD of one company and that company has offered me a statutory audit, should I or I should not? Reason? I will no longer be unbiased and I will no longer be impartial. I will definitely come under the influence because that person will show me a familiarity threat. Which threat? Familiarity. Suppose I'm going to give a negative report. What the client will say? Give me a negative report, take your wife's termination letter. Correct है नहीं है? अब am I under a dilemma situation or not? Should I follow my ethics or should I follow my wife? वाइफ पागल हो, अरे एक क्लाइंट जाएगा दूसरा आएगा भाई. समझ रहे हो? वाइफ थोड़ा बार बार पागल होगी कहता है एथिक्स. ये सिचुएशन, व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू दैट कि वुड यू लाइक टू पुट योरसेल्फ इन दैट सिचुएशन? नो. तो ऑलवेज कैरी द इम्पार्शियल एंड अनबायस्ड. सर रिमेंबर वन थिंग, यू आर स्केर्स रिसोर्सेज इन द मार्केट. तुम्हें क्लाइंट की कमी नहीं है. यू आर लेस इन द मार्केट. हु इज मोर इन द मार्केट? क्लाइंट. So when the quantity demanded is less, supply is less, तो क्या quantity demanded is higher, and when the quantity demanded will be higher, price will go higher. One client will go another way, but never leave your attitude of what? Impartial and unbiased. एक client जाएगा भाई 10 और आएंगे. If not now, then maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But remember, you have to be ethical. So these are your ethical qualities. So what is the first one? Integrity. Second one what? Third one, very heavy, independence. What is the next one? अब अपन इसको थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इंडिपेंडेंस. इसके ऊपर सेपरेट टॉपिक भी है. वी विल डू इट लेटर ऑन. इंडिपेंडेंस मीन्स नो फैमिली रिलेशनशिप एंड नो फाइनेंशियल रिलेशनशिप विद योर क्लाइंट. Never have these two relationships or develop these two relationships with your client. Let me tell you one thing. This is what the MCA is also doing. That's why MCA says that one chartered accountant in practice cannot do the audit of the same client for more than 5 years. This is called rotation of auditors. What do we call it as? After 5 years, you have to leave that client. Somebody else will do for the next what? 5 years. You go and serve another client. Reason? क्योंकि if we'll start spending the time with the same client for a longer period of time, whether you unwantedly or wantedly, you will start developing a financial relationship with your client. जैसे मैं तुम्हें अपना practical example बताता हूँ. During the COVID क्या हुआ कि I was heading one institute in Hyderabad only. तो ड्यूरिंग द कोविड का लॉकडाउन आया मार्च में, तो मई में एग्जाम थे, तो अवर क्रैश बैचेस वर गोइंग ऑन. विच वन? तो ऑलमोस्ट 7-8 बैचेस एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इन माय इंस्टीट्यूट वाज गोइंग ऑन. तो वी वर हैविंग क्रैश बैचेस. सो ऑलमोस्ट इट वाज 200 to 300 students were attached with us. During that time, lockdown happened, government stopped the going out of the houses. We had to refund the money to every student. Reason being very simple, batch was only 50% over. So we refunded. Was it a financial crunch on me? So do I have to refund the money? At that point of time, I called so many of my clients to give me the advance audit fees because I was not insolvent, I'm saying, but I was financially unsound at that point of time, liquidity wise. मेरे पास पैसा नहीं बचा क्योंकि I had to refund. Every parent started calling, sir 50% back. So we had to refund 50% of the fees to them. So during that I called my clients कि sir please pay me the advance audit fees. There's no problem, you can collect the advance audit fees क्योंकि anyways April, May, June, July में audit was going to start. So I asked the advance audit fees. Now please tell me, am I asking favor? Yes or no? Do you think that he will give you the favor for free or he will ask the return favor? That is the situation where you will be going round and round and round. You are putting yourself into the dangerous situation by accepting this. And that is what the same thing happened. So many of my clients, when I was trying to do their audit, they told me to do some compromise on some situations. Are you understanding? मतलब they wanted me to unsee those things which I have already seen. Are you getting the point? तो वो क्या होता है, वो बहुत ही difficult situation होती है क्योंकि you can't say no, you can't say yes also. That's the reason they say that कि keep yourself away from the client. Never establish any relationship with your client, be it family wise, be it what? Financial wise. These are the three personal qualities of your auditor. What are the three? Integrity, objectivity, the most and the foremost, which I think is the one you should develop, is known as confidentiality. What is the next one, everyone? Confidentiality. ध्यान से सुनना भाई, मेरे को ये बताओ डॉक्टर पेशेंट का रिलेशनशिप कैसा होता है? One patient's disease, can the doctor disclose it to another patient? No. This is called disclosure of confidentiality agreement between them. Same is the case with the advocate and client. Are you getting the point? Advocate never speaks the confidential information of his client to what? Another client, to outsider. Same thing, same rule applies on whom? Auditor. When we do the audit, there are so many times that we will come across confidential, secretive, and very much sensitive information of our client. It is our responsibility to keep our mouth shut. We are not allowed to speak about the confidential information of my client to anybody else. Because he is trusting us, that's why he is showing his which information? Confidential. Correct? So is he trusting us? Is he having a trust on us? That's why he's showing that, sir, this is my sensitive information. Please tell me, what will happen if your sensitive information will go outside? Will you feel bad or not? Same, whether the client will feel bad. तो हमारे ना ऑडिटिंग में एक सेइंग है कि कीप योर ईयर्स एंड आईज ओपन बट ऑलवेज कीप योर माउथ शट. सुनो सब, देखो सब, लेकिन कीप योर माउथ शट. नाउ क्वेश्चन अराइजेस कि सर, under what circumstances we can speak up about the sensitive information? There are only two cases under which you can speak up. Either you have taken prior permission of your client, या तो आप client की permission ले लो कि sir I want to talk something about your sensitive information to somebody, or it should be a requirement of law. या तो आपको statutory obligation है, law आपको force कर रहा है. अब लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल, मैं तुम्हें एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूं. इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट रेडेड माय क्लाइंट. ड्यूरिंग द रेड दे वांटेड सम इंफॉर्मेशन which is not available at my client's place, but that information is available at my office. तो income tax department people came to my office and they started asking me, Rohit, we want this information, that information. अब मेरे को ये बताओ, is it income tax department inspection or not? Is it a requirement of law? I have to speak up. Are you getting the point? Unless these two situations does not arise, you should always keep your mouth shut. ये हमेशा याद रख लो. Is it clear? अब मैं तुम्हें बताता हूं इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन कैसे आता है. Try to understand. Suppose I'm a retired chartered accountant in practice. Suppose my age is 65 and I have served 40 years of practice. तो I have a rich experience in pharma company. Say for example, pharma industry में मेरे को बहुत experience है. 20-25 years I did the audit of pharma companies only. So do I have a good experience or not? One day, All India Pharma Association called me as a chief guest to speak something about the development of the industry. So as a dais pe, as I was standing over there, so I started speaking about the pharma industry. By mistake, unknowingly, unintentionally, and unwantedly, I spoke something about the secretive information of one of my old client whom I served 7 years back. How many years back? Am I guilty? ध्यान से आंसर देना. दिस इज हाउ द आईसीए, मैंने तुम्हें कल भी बोला था, ऑडिटिंग एग्जामिनेशन इज अ सिचुएशन बेस्ड एग्जामिनेशन. ये जो मैं तुम्हें पढ़ा रहा हूं आईसीए ये लॉलीपॉप क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेगा. डिफाइन इंटीग्रिटी, डिफाइन ऑब्जेक्टिविटी, ऐसे क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेगा. आईसीए विल मेक दिस क्वेश्चन इन सच अ वे यू हैव टू अप्लाई दिस नॉलेज. तो डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड माई सिचुएशन कि I was standing on a dais while talking about the development of this industry. Unintentionally, I spoke something about sensitive information of my client, which I acquired 7 years back. How many years back? But unintentionally. My question is, am I guilty of professional misconduct? Answer is yes. Yes. It doesn't matter whether you are doing it intentionally or unintentionally. Whether any of these two conditions was satisfied? Did I take any prior permission of client? No. Was there any someone forcing me to tell? Was there any situation of law? No. But did I speak up or not? So did I break his confidence? Yes. So it means you broke the confidentiality. So what are the two circumstances under which you can speak up? Either it is a prior permission of the client or requirement of law. Are you getting the point? These kind of questions, that's what I'm trying to tell you, कि whenever any particular situation will come, I'll give you the questions. You understand कि how ICAI will draft the same question. ICAI कभी तुम्हें ये नहीं पूछेगा define the personal qualities of an auditor. No. ICAI will take one quality, make one situation and put it in front of you in the form of question. You have to read the question, understand it and analyze कि as a CA what you should do. तुम्हें बोलना चाहिए था या तुम्हें बोलना नहीं चाहिए था. That is what the decision is. So auditing paper is not like your law paper. Again and again I'm telling you, it is very much different. It is some paper which you have to consume. You don't have to study. And that I will keep on reminding you on daily basis. Right? So that you will have a different attitude for this particular paper. Did you understand that? Now please tell me what are the 4 qualities? Integrity. Object. Next one is known as skills and competence. You should always keep on developing, upgrading your skills and what? Confidence. अब मैं तुम्हें इसका छोटा सा एग्जांपल बताता हूं. मैंने आपको डे 1 को क्या बताया था कि today's world is not of qualification. Today's world is what? Skill. अगर आप में एक बहुत अच्छी स्किल है, you can earn a unsaturated amount of money. You don't need a qualification today to earn a money. Even मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दी थी पानीपुरी की. Even a pani puri wala person can also make 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs a month because he is skillful. So what I'm trying to tell that कि once you get qualified, you should upgrade your skills. जैसे छोटे छोटे कोर्स है, course like DISA, you should do diploma in information system audit. Course like surveyor and loss assessment, ये भी course है SNL. Course like valuation report, forensic audit, treasury management, insolvency professional. ये छोटे छोटे कोर्स हैं 4-5 मंथ्स के. आई विल पर्सनली सजेस्ट यू टू डू दीज कोर्सेज अकॉर्डिंग टू योर एरिया ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. अब मान लो मेरे को इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में प्रैक्टिस करनी है. इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग मीन्स आई वॉन्ट पीपल टू कम टू माई ऑफिस एंड टेक माई एडवाइस ऑन पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट, ऑन स्टॉक मार्केट. तो ट्रेजरी मैनेजमेंट, द फिफ्थ वन, इज अ कोर्स फॉर यू. I want to do those kind of audits where the frauds, scams, and scandals happen. To identify the fraudster, forensic audit is the O for it. I want to enter into the practice of liquidation. So, insolvency professional, like I'm going through that. I think I told you that. Okay, I'm preparing for insolvency professional examination. My examination is in June 24. So, try to understand these things not only gives you the knowledge, they open the door of several opportunities. Always keep on updating your what? Skills. अच्छा मेरे को ये बताओ, what is DISA? DISA stands for Diploma in Information System Audit. Repeat. I think you will 100% agree with me what I'm going to tell you in the next few seconds. सुनो, आज के टाइम पे कंपनीज क्या है? मैनुअल है या ऑटोमेटेड है? Amazon देख लो, fully automated. Flipkart fully automated. Every company is using manual accounting or automated accounting. So they need which employees, which chartered accountants who are also known or who are also aware of automation. इसका मतलब ISA stands for Information System Audit. अगर आप किसी कंपनी में जॉब करते हो, then also you should be ISA. और अगर आपको क्लाइंट्स चाहिए, client is doing the accounting on the basis of automation. So he wants his auditor also to be fully what? Automated. ये नीड है. दिस इज कॉल्ड डिजिटल ऑडिट. व्हाट डू वी कॉल इट एज? आज के टाइम पे डिजिटल ऑडिट चलता है. तुम बिलीव नहीं करोगे, वर्चुअल ऑडिट इज वेरी पॉपुलर सिंस कोविड. मेरे वाइजैक स्टील प्लांट, काकीनाडा, कडप्पा, ताड़पत्री, अनंतपुर, प्रोडेटूर, ये जो एरियाज है ना, रायलसीमा बेल्ट, मेरे बहुत सारे क्लाइंट्स है. वी डिड वर्चुअल ऑडिट. अब वी वर सिटिंग इन द लॉकडाउन ड्यूरिंग द मंथ ऑफ मार्च, अप्रैल एंड मे, बट ऑडिट हैज टू बी कंप्लीटेड और नॉट. तो हमने जूम पे ऑडिट किया था. उसे बोलते वर्चुअल ऑडिट. यू हैव टू इंटीग्रेट इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इन योर प्रोफेशन. नॉट प्लीज टेल मी, गॉन वर द डेज हाउ वी यूज्ड टू टीच. एक बोर्ड होता था, मार्कर होता था, पहले लिखो फिर रब करो, फिर लिखो फिर रब करो. वॉज इट वेस्टिंग माई एनर्जी और नॉट? आज क्या है? जूम इन, जूम आउट, जूम इन, जूम आउट. कैन आई डू दैट? यस और नो? डू आई हैव टू रब दिस और जस्ट ओनली प्रेस अ बटन? Technology. Am I able to serve 200 people with this mic to making sure that everyone hears or not? Technology. You have to integrate it. Whatever you do today, IT is a part of your life. You cannot survive. अब ये क्रिप्टो है, ब्लॉकचेन है, आपको फाइनल में एक सब्जेक्ट है डिजिटल ऑडिट. पूरा ब्लॉकचेन, क्रिप्टो, NFTs. These are the upcoming things in the auditing profession. Right? So you need to upgrade your what? Skills and competence. Remember, ICI की एक रिक्वायरमेंट है, उसे हम लोग बोलते हैं CPE hours. Anybody knows? CPE hours क्या होते हैं? CPE stands for Continuing Professional Education. What is CPE? तुम बिलीव नहीं करोगे, every practicing CA has to spend 90 hours in seminars which are conducted by whom? ICA. In a span of 3 years. हर 3 years में आपकी एक रिपोर्ट जाती है. जैसे every 3 years I have to send one report to ICA कि in which 90 hours of seminars I have attended. Now the question is why ICA is asking this report from you as a member of ICA. They want you to be updated. They have conducted the seminars for whose benefit? Members benefit ना. Sir 2017 में क्या आया? GST. Correct है नहीं है? But when did I qualify in 2012? अब मेरे को बताओ, was I good with GST or sale tax excise? Do I have to learn GST? Who made us learn? ICI. ICI conducted the seminars. We went over there, we attended that. उसे हम लोग बोलते हैं CPE seminars. Continuing Professional Education. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? कि means after becoming a professional, you still have to continue learning what? New things. अब बताओ CPE का फुल फॉर्म? और ये 90 आवर्स करना पड़ता है. एंड नॉन प्रैक्टिसिंग सीए को 60 आवर्स. हाउ मेनी? से क्योंकि दे डोंट वांट टू यू टू लूज द टच ऑफ सीए प्रोफेशन. दे वांट यू टू कम टू द सेमिनार्स अगेन एंड अगेन, whatever the new things are happening in the market, so that you can do it. Is it 100% clarity? So tell me, what are the 5 personal? अब बताओ, मीनिंग बताओ. इंटीग्रिटी मतलब honesty, straightforward. Why I am discussing this in detail? Because the next to next topic is again we are going to repeat. So there it will save our time. What is the second one? Carrying a which attitude? Impartial, unbiased. Third one. What do you mean by that? Fourth one. Do you have to say sensitive information to outsider? Unless client permits or there is a requirement of law. Next point. Keep on developing your skills and competence. And there comes the next quality, computer skills. You should have a minimum expertise in computers. Minimum expertise means not only switching on the computer and switching off और ब्राउजिंग, ये नहीं, आपको सॉफ्टवेयर चलाने आने चाहिए. जैसे ऑडिटिंग के सॉफ्टवेयर होते हैं उन्हें हम लोग कार्ट टूल्स बोलते हैं. कार्ट टूल्स मींस कंप्यूटर असिस्टेड ऑडिट टेक्निक्स, बट वी कॉल इट एज कंप्यूटर असिस्टेड ऑडिट टेक्निक्स. कार्ट बोलते हैं. जैसे मेरे पास एक सॉफ्टवेयर है, स्कार्फ इज वन सॉफ्टवेयर. आई हैव अ स्नैपशॉट, one software is RAID, one is ADL, one is IDEA. ये सारे सॉफ्टवेयर ऑडिटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर हैं which we apply on clients accounting software to identify and retrieve the information which we want. अब जैसे सपोज मैं तुम्हें एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल बताता हूं. Amazon पर डे 1.32 बिलियन सेल्स इनवॉइस जनरेट करता है. पर डे हाउ मच? into 365, can I say 300 billion? Can you do the audit of each and every invoice? अब क्या करेंगे उसमें, हमारा ये सॉफ्टवेयर हेल्प करता है. आइडिया. आइडिया मतलब क्या होता है? एक्सट्रैक्शन एनालिसिस. व्हाट वी कॉल इट एज एक्सट्रैक्शन. मतलब हम लोग ये टूल डालते हैं, विच एवर आर द मोर सेंसिबल, मोर रेलिवेंट, बिग टाइप ऑफ ट्रांजेक्शन, it will retrieve that information to me. Means my sample selection is possible with the help of what? Idea. अब तुम सोचो 300 बिलियन ट्रांजैक्शन में which sales you want to verify, your software will tell you. Are you getting the point? Sometimes clients delete the transactions before we go and start doing the audit. Now how to get the deleted files? उसके लिए हमारे पास सॉफ्टवेयर है RAID. हम लोग ये सॉफ्टवेयर चला देते हैं उसके कंप्यूटर पे. उसने लास्ट 1 ईयर में जितनी भी फाइल्स डिलीट करी हैं, वी कैन रिट्रीव इट. नाउ प्लान मी, हु इज क्लेवर? सर, इफ यू वांट टू कैच अ क्रिमिनल, यू हैव टू बिहेव लाइक द वन. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? उसे क्रिमिनोलॉजी बोलते हैं. व्हाट डू वी कॉल इट? तो क्लाइंट क्रिमिनल है, तो टू कैच अ क्रिमिनल यू हैव टू बिहेव लाइक अ क्रिमिनल. तो वी शुड बी वन स्टेप अहेड फ्रॉम व्हाट? क्लाइंट. तू कर रे भाई, तू कर फ्रॉड, मैं बैठा हूं ना, I will show you how beautifully you have done the fraud. तुम्हारा mirror, I will show you. These softwares will help us in doing that. That's what makes it with skills, computer skills. Are you understanding everything? Okay. Next one, very important. Last two. One is called obviously tactful and logical mind. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? I'm not saying you that कि question everything, बट फाइंड द लॉजिक बिहाइंड एवरीथिंग. अब मान लो क्लाइंट आपको बहुत सारे, ही विल टेल यू सो मेनी लाइज. इफ ही इज एबल टू जस्टिफाई हिज लाइज, दैट इज नॉट अ लाई, देन इट्स ओके. तो इट मीन्स यू शुड ऑलवेज अप्लाई विच माइंड? लॉजिकल माइंड, राइट? टैक्टफुल माइंड का मतलब क्या होता है? हैंडलिंग द डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज ऑफ पीपल. जैसे आई हैंडल्ड माई क्लाइंट yesterday, I told you ना. So he was a very cunning personality. He thought that he will make a fool out of me, save 10,000 rupees in ITR, but he ended up paying 1 lakh or not. तो ultimately we won the race. उसे बोलते हैं tactful mind. ऐसा नहीं है सर कि we do this kind of thing with every client. There are some of the clients whose ITRs we file for free. अब जैसे suppose ये client है, इनका 5 lakhs का annual income है. अब इनसे मैं क्या 20,000 रुपीज चार्ज करूं? क्योंकि 5 lakhs में से उनके हाउस होल्ड खर्चा, ये वो, फैमिली, हम लोग क्या करते हैं? 500 रुपीज, 100 रुपीज, 200 रुपीज में भी कर देते हैं. एंड समवन हु इज नॉट एबल टू पे द टैक्स, जिसकी टैक्स लायबिलिटी नहीं आ रही, ओनली आईटीआर ही इज फाइलिंग, उससे हम 0 लेते हैं. 2 सेकेंड लगते हैं सर आईटीआर फाइल करने में. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वी आर अनएथिकल टू एवरीवन. Wherever we can earn, we earn. Wherever we can skip earning, we skip it also. So it means you should have a which mind? Tactful. आपको different personalities को handle करना आना चाहिए. If someone is trying to become cunning to you, be cunning. Someone is trying to become soft-hearted to you, be soft-hearted. It's like showing the mirror. Correct? And what is the next one? द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वन, इसको बोल्ड लेटर्स में लिखना, इट इज नोन एज प्रोफेशनल स्केप्टिसिज्म. रिपीट सेंटेंस एवरीवन, व्हाट इज द वर्ड? प्रोफेशनल स्केप्टिसिज्म. सर ये याद रख लो, दिस इज अ स्पाइन ऑफ योर प्रोफेशन. इसे हम लोग बोलते हैं हैविंग अलर्ट एंड क्वेश्चनिंग माइंड. हैविंग अ विच माइंड एवरीवन? अलर्ट एंड क्वेश्चनिंग. हमेशा अलर्ट रहना ऑडिट में, थ्रू आउट द ऑडिट, नॉट इन द बिगिनिंग, नॉट इन द मिडल, नॉट इन द एंड, थ्रू आउट द ऑडिट यू शुड बी अलर्ट. Keep on seeing the things. Try to question the client if he is doing something wrong. I'm not saying suspicious mind, mind you. I'm not saying suspicious mind. I'm saying alert and question. Sir, मेरे को ये बताओ, I did not understand something. Do I have a right to go to the client and question it? That is called which mind? Questioning. But unnecessary शक करना, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, ये वाला एटीट्यूड नहीं चाहिए. We fall somewhere, we didn't understand something, that's the reason I need a what? Questioning mind. मैं तुम्हें इसका एक एग्जांपल बताता हूं. Say for example 2020 तक my client was putting provision for doubtful debt at the rate of 5 crore rupees. Every year he was putting provision of doubtful debt at the rate of 5. 2021 में he put it 16 crores. It's been last 7 years, he was putting 5 crores, 4.5, 5.5, 6, average 5. But suddenly it increased to what? Now tell me, is it alarming? Is it affecting your mind? अब मैं क्लाइंट के पास गया, मैंने कहा यार टर्नओवर इज सेम, प्रॉफिट इज सेम, इनकम एक्सपेंडिचर ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग इज व्हाट? सेम. व्हाई सडनली स्पाइक ऑफ 11 करोड़ रुपीस एक्स्ट्रा? अगर चलो 6, 7, 8 होता आई कैन मैनेज, बट 16 crore is triple the amount. Am I correct? He said that due to lockdown, so many of debtors are going to make my bad debts. Please tell me one thing. Whether my client will be able to make the payments to some of the creditors? No. Likewise, his customers also will not make the payment to my client. So due to the lockdown, bad debt will increase or decrease? This is a justification he gave me. I allowed. Is it looking justified or unjustified? Justified. अच्छा, अगर लॉकडाउन या कोविड का सीजन नहीं होता तो देन आई विल नॉट अलाउ. देन सडनली यू कांट पुट एनीथिंग. तो रिमेंबर वन थिंग, हैव अ अलर्ट एंड विच माइंड? क्वेश्चनिंग. दैट इज नोन एज विच स्केप्टिसिज्म? प्रोफेशनल स्केप्टिसिज्म. These are known as the set of skills which you need to possess to call yourself as an auditor. अब समझ में आया? तो what are the 2 types of qualities? प्रोफेशनल के 4 बताओ. Holder of COP, expert knowledge in accounting and auditing, advanced knowledge in law and taxation, and proficient knowledge in other disciplines like secretarial practice, cost accounting, management, finance, or different types. Now, what are my personal qualities which builds my character? दोनों में समझ में आ रहा है? That is something for outsiders. This is something for me. I should be having a quality of integrity. I should be honest, sincere, straightforward. I should be objectivity. मेरी thinking हमेशा impartial and unbiased होनी चाहिए. What should I be? Independent. I should be independent. No family, no financially. What should I be? Confidential. I would like to protect the sensitive information of my client unless the client permits or there is a requirement of law. I should be having a skills and competence. वो मेरे को polish करना है. Next one. I should have a computer skills. I should have a tactful and I should have a professional skepticism. इसे बोलते हैं skeptical mind भी बोलते हैं. What do we call it as? Skeptical mind. You call it alert mind, skeptical mind, questioning mind, professional skepticism. These are the different things. एक रूल बताता हूं. ऑडिटिंग में अगर आपको सर्वाइव करना है ना, try to make a dictionary of technical words and start using these words more and more. इट्स लाइक इंप्रेसिंग आईसीआई. आईसीआई के मटेरियल में ये वर्ड्स है. अगर आईसीआई सेम वर्ड्स आपके आंसर में देखेगा तो विल इट बी इंप्रेसिंग आईसीआई नॉट? बहुत सिंपल लॉजिक है. मैं तुम्हें कोई आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स चीजें नहीं बोल रहा. देखो, वी कैन कॉल समथिंग एज इनवैलिड एंड वी कैन ऑल्सो कॉल इट एज वॉइड. विच वन इज बेटर? वॉइड. वी कैन कॉल समथिंग एज ऑन इट्स ओन. हम उसे सुओ मोटो भी बोल सकते हैं. करेक्ट है नहीं है? वी कैन कॉल समथिंग ऑन द फेस, उसे हम लोग प्राइमा फेसी भी बोल सकते हैं। लेट द बायर बिवेयर को कैविटेम्टर भी बोलते हैं। करेक्ट है नहीं है? ये थोड़े से टेक्निकलिटीज होती हैं विच जस्ट आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट टू मच टेक्निकल। Try to use the words which I say showing you. 70-80% also if you'll conquer the language of I say, I can guarantee you less than 60 तो I will not allow. Promise कर रहा हूं, less than 60 I will not allow you to get. Minimum 60 exemption तुम्हारी पॉकेट में डाल के जाऊंगा. But whatever I'm telling you, follow that in a disciplined manner. This 1.5 hour what you are giving to me, understand the classes properly. I can guarantee you, you don't have to read anything at your home. No need to do any revision. I will take the full responsibility of revising the portion in the class itself. Are we revising each and every topic 2-3 times? Next day again I'll be revising you this. This is how the connectivity will be there. But make sure that you have to give me this next 40, 50, 60 days, whatever it will take. Are you getting the point? 100% clarity? So this is how we have to conquer the topic. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for lending your patient ears. I'll again borrow it tomorrow. तो कल अपन पढ़ेंगे next topic. अभी तक अपना 200 is not yet over. We did today exactly देखा तो only one topic we did because we spent a lot of time on this topic as well. Right? See you guys tomorrow. Thank you. कल मिलते हैं.